Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Today, I am honored to not only have my partner in crime back from vacation, which is Andra, the traveling and savings chief, but I have the honor of welcoming Save with Judy. Hi,
Hi.
Judy. Andra.
Hey, Judy.
Hi.
Hey, Donna.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Wonderful. Sorry, I have ads. Let me click through the ads.
Okay. So we have 26 people in our comment section already. I want to just give everybody a quick hi. We got Beth, Misha, Nika. Nika, we have to go over some emails. I got two from you that I'm gonna have to figure out with you what I need to get you. There's a gnat in here. Robin, thank you for joining the membership, Robin. And we've got, who else do we have? Look at
You
you
got a
all
bunch
go.
of people.
Girl Mama Budgets, Amy.
Amy, yep.
You guys were chatting up a storm while we weren't here. We were backstage.
Hey,
We were back.
Wendy.
We were behind the curtain.
I started chatting as well, and then I got
saw
in.
that. And I just as you popped in the live, I was going to message you to see where you were.
Oh,
We've got Susan and Sharon. I don't want to leave anybody. Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Hey, Jess. Joe, how are you? And Kathy, how are you? Let's see. Amy, I don't want to miss anybody. We've got the Queen's budget. Can I just take 2 minutes out, right? Do you all see the Queen's budget in the chat?
Hey,
She's going to be joining us in the Hop this month for the first time. So I would like to introduce Anne Marie, who is the Queen's budget. So thank you for joining us. And then we got Janet, the crafty saver, Laura Bell. Laura Bell, I'm in love, love, love with those scratch offs that you sent me. I want to say thank you for those.
They're so cute, Laura.
Oh my gosh. Even Vinny was like, where'd you get those? I'm like, they were gifted to me. Because you know what? Stitch is his soul, I think. He would never admit it, but I think it's his soul Disney character. We got Keely, Cassandra, James Smith. I don't know who James Smith is. Welcome. That's the first time I'm seeing your name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nichelle, Daj, how are you? Laura, we got Linda, Evelyn. Look at all these people. Carmen.
We got new people.
Yes, we got Lake and Bacon, Cotton Candy, Nims. Nims, how are you? We got Jean. Oh, Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy. Wendy's our West Coast girl. She's been with us for a long time. Hi, Bev, Terry. Oh, the Blessed Daisy budgets. Look at all of you.
Oh, Jackie's here?
Yes. Okay. Nat. We got Onicia, Jack, my girl, budgets, and Miss Mary. Oh, hi, Miss Mary. How is everybody? All right. Jason is running the room. He's actually, nope, never seen. But the all right. Let's discuss this for a second. James Smith, this is your first time here. Welcome. Do you do budgets and savings? Is the chat only for? I gotta make sure the chat is only for members. Can you two talk for a few seconds and welcome everybody while I double check everything?
Sure. Absolutely. Hey, Melody. Hey, Jackie, I miss you. Let's see. Hi, Rebecca, Gretchen. Let's see, Debbie Goddard, Latrice. Hi, Terry. I see Heather Memmer. Let's see.
Oh, and I see Jack. He said he just started saving.
Oh, very good. Yay.
All right, I'm going to mute myself for a few minutes.
James, you've joined the group.
What was that, Judy?
I was telling James that he has joined the, he has joined the right group.
Right? You joined the village. Well, maybe he's been watching have you been watching the village and you just now started saving, or are you completely new? Thanks, Linda. I didn't watch Maris Way of Life. I didn't watch her yet. I have to catch up.
It good.
Awesome, awesome. Did she ring the bell?
Did. On emergency.
Awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got to catch up. Let's see. Hi, Pinky Toe. Yolandita, Melody. Melody says, aren't comments, oh, is this maybe why Donna's checking? Aren't comments supposed to be for members only? Okay, maybe that's what she's checking into. Hi, Breezy Budgets. Hey,
Says
Tina in Life. Okay, I see members only mode is on now. Hi, Tammy.
All right, thank you guys. You know what? This is our second week live with members, and members only are allowed to chat, and we want to keep it that way. And I want to say that I want to thank everybody. And I want to tell you that Lisa won't be here tonight to run the chat. So to all my moderators out there, Jason is running the chat, but anyone else that is one of my moderators, please just give him a hand out in helping. But now that we're members only, it should be really easy.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for getting back to me. See, we're going to go live publicly, but members only are allowed to comment. All right, I think we're good. Okay, Miss Nancy Gilbert, she's one of our villagers. And yesterday, her grandson, she messaged me, needed prayers. He had fallen off of a ladder and hit his head. So I've been in contact with her for the last 2 days, and I've been lifting up my prayers for her grandson, Cooper. And he got to come home today. So, you know, our prayers are answered. Nancy, I'm sure that you're a little bit at ease.
Amen.
We have an amazing community, guys.
we do.
So, should we kick off right away with the 101 and get that under our belt? Because I do want to talk a lot about saving tonight. Woo, look at that. Okay. We got 101. I'll change my camera view for just a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to change my camera view and then I'll come back to talk to everybody. So,
you guys, I'll tell you about my trip in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, look at that. We're good. All right. So I have $20 here, and we get to color in 20, and we've got 4 20s in here. So I'm going to color in the next 20 on mine, but everybody gets to do whatever you want.
Yay,
And
Michael.
we have $20, $35, $40 saved so far. Look at that. And we are on our way to $200 together. Loving that. How many of you all in the chat are actually doing the 101 with us? If you are, just type in 101. I'm kind of curious. Okay, that was easy. So what do we got? We got some 101s.
The chat's going crazy.
And Andrew, you're all caught up, or did you pull your monies out of each envelope?
No, my money's still in there. And I think, did you just say how much did you just say we have in the 200?
40.
We have 40. Oh, well, look, I'm ahead. I got $10 extra.
But you only have 2 colored in?
No, I just colored in the extra 10 because I had this 10 sitting in here. So I was like, okay, well, I'm a little bit ahead.
So leave yourself a note to only bring $10 next week.
Next week, yeah, in the budget.
So
Well,
next week
that's not.
we're bringing 20 again. We're bringing 20 for the rest of the challenge. Judy, did you save all your money in the envelope, or did you have to allocate it to something else?
Oh, it's full. I've got it. I haven't touched any of it.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I use it for yet, but it's all there.
Andrea, you were talking about using it for something special today. What were you talking about?
I was contemplating, well, I'm contemplating, but I think the smartest thing to do will be to go ahead and put it towards debt and perhaps, well, okay, let me back up a little bit. So because I just moved on base and the rent is going to be higher than what I was paying. So just depending on how all that pans out once, because I have to rework the numbers. And then I have a tenant through November at my home in Colorado. So if anything, changes with that situation and the monies, then I'll have to just regroup. But my point is I might have to regroup and use it towards bills, but I don't think so. I think it'll be fine and I can use it towards debt.
Okay.
Yay,
Judy,
Andrea.
welcome, Andrea. Judy, do you have any idea of maybe what you want to save it for?
I don't know. I know we're going to my daughter's in Florida for Christmas this year, so I'll probably use it toward that.
Oh,
Most likely.
that sounds like fun.
We haven't been down there for about 3 or 4 years now for Christmas, and so I think we're going to go down and spend Christmas with her and the.
Oh, that sounds magical. I think I'm going to, I was talking to Andrea about this today because we were talking about what are you going to do with it? Now, when we first began that journey of the one-on-one, we were like, oh, we could put it towards the cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, still on board. If you need any information, it's always linked in that description box below. But because I have the roof situation going on, I said to Andrea today that I think I want to just dump everything into that roof. And then once that roof is, I know, paid for, I will then hit the cruise hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still on the fence on where that's going to go. But I mean, I seem to be doing pretty good with the cruise. I'm sorry, with the roof. The roof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing pretty aggressive with the roof fund. That's awesome.
The aggressiveness is blowing my mind because so many of it's long-term savings challenges. And I don't think that the save to sink, I don't have it out. The save to sink envelope, I don't feel like it's as chunky as it usually is, but every month I say that since the reset, it blows my mind that there's actually money that's coming up.
Well, I already started tallying mine and I couldn't even believe it. Let's see, I'm over 700 and I don't know if I'll finish a few more, but actually, Judy, I just recorded when I finished your Celestial Owl challenge. That's the one I finished earlier. So I'm going to start Wise Owl next.
I see that Charlie is saying, where is it? She did not get the new brick challenge, but maybe you need to tell her you haven't done it yet.
No, I did not get to it yet. That doesn't come out. The new brick challenge to take the place of the 101, that's not coming until October.
Yeah, you guys, I had just said, yay, I can't wait to see the new brick wall challenge. It's not ready yet, you guys.
Oh gosh, no.
You had the 2024 challenge there on your screen that I put out last year. Did you notice that today I put up the one for 2025?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh, she said she did a group chat, a members post, right? You said?
I put it out for everybody, but it's in a community post, so anybody can go in there and get it. It's the new one for 2025. I just put it up.
Do you have one printed out to show us?
Yes, if you'll wait just a minute.
Sure. Oh, this is exciting. You want to show us the 2024 one?
Yeah, I'm going to grab mine. I'm behind, but I have mine right here.
Can I just say that I am so excited that Miss Judy has come and joined us. And
Me
don't
too.
you just love the difference in everybody brings something amazing to this table? I mean, I got to like, I can honestly say I've been friends with Judy for over a year now, but to hear her and then to see her is just like, it blows my mind. I love it. I'm gushing
Yeah.
over you, Judy. I'm gushing.
This is it. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, how cute is that?
Oh, it's cute.
And
So
then
that's 2025 in 25?
you'll save $300 over the year. That's the
Oh, wow.
Yeah, each one's $5. So I'm still in July. I'm getting into August now. I'm behind.
yeah, it's just $5 a week. You save $300 throughout the year, though. But
Oh,
that I did put it up today, so you can
I
grab
love
it.
that.
Find
Okay.
her starting the new year.
I love being ahead. I do. I love being ahead. Jason
Well,
says the new 2025 is awesome. Amy already got hers. Mary says yes, she saw it. Susan says love Judy's group play.
oh, that's
Oh, the gnomes?
yes, that's playing with friends. Sunday playing with friends. That's what it's called. Where we
No, I
come.
love that one
Saying
too.
it's great to fit your voice to your face. This is like so much fun. All right, so let's just go back and recap the week for us as a village. Okay? Because something truly amazing happened during the week. And I actually got to talk to Andrew about this, and I'm sure Judy saw it, but we had a little faith action during the week. And I don't know what I just did. We had a little faith action during the week. And Miss Nika, are you in the audience still? I want to say thank you so much for sharing that St. Michael story with us. And like I said in the video, I hope I did that justice.
Sorry, I dropped you guys.
I was wondering what was going on over there, Judy.
So Nika, thank you again.
Yeah, she's here, Donna, and um, what you were saying and when you were reading it, I was just like in tears and just it was so amazing because it was even more amazing to me that you've talked about St. Michael and your connection and your career in law enforcement and just being the protector and all that sort of stuff. And then to have Nika, who you guys have a connection as well, and then she had that dream so long ago, and then for her to write it down and bring it all together, and then you read it to us. I felt, I don't know, I felt something like, yeah, we're here to save money and talk about all these things, but this channel is also just another avenue to bring in a spiritual aspect. And like you say, if that's not people's thing, that's fine. But for those that it is our thing, it makes me feel even closer to you guys.
Andrew, you used a term today about faith. What was the term that you used?
Spiritual warfare. I mean, it's real. We are spirit beings living a human existence right now, but we're going to go back to being spirit beings. I mean, if that's something that you believe in, that's what I believe in. So, yeah.
It was an amazing week. I actually cried when I read it prior to filming that video. Like I had to read it and then I had to like compose myself and then I had to do a video and I'm trying not to but you felt it was amazing.
Yeah.
What's funny? I just got to bring this in because it's almost coming full circle for me. So, as a kid in grammar school, if it was you go around the classroom, you know how the teacher would say, "It's your turn to read, Donna. It's your turn, Joe. It's your turn." It would come to me, and I'd be like, and I'd get so nervous that I couldn't get words out. Right. So the teacher honestly thought, I think I was third grade. she actually thought that there was an issue with my education in a sense. So you're talking back in the 70s. She gave me a cassette player, a book, and she asked me to go home and read the book to the tape recorder. Nobody else in the room. I can remember this as clear as day because when I was reading that St. Michael story, I was thinking about that moment in my youth about learning. And teacher took the cassette tape home. She listened to the way I was reading. The next day she comes back and she says, Donna, can I speak with you? And I said, okay, blah, blah. And she's like, I listened to this tape at breakfast with my husband. And my husband says to me, I don't hear anything wrong with this child.
Mm-hmm.
I had a fear of talking in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
But reading that story took me back in that moment for whatever reason. And I felt that the way that I was telling that story, I was reading the story to my teacher.
Mm.
And I went to Catholic grammar school. So that's, St. Michael was there that day too. So
Oh.
I just had to bring that in there. It was a connection.
Yeah.
Come a long way, lady. You're not.
Now I'll read you the darn dictionary if you want. Oh.
That's awesome.
So, Miss Andra, give us a recap on your cruise.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, I hate to, I don't mean to sound a type of way when I say this. I was kind of just like, oh, I'm just going to the Bahamas, no big deal. Cause I've been there, I've been to the Bahamas a few times and I have been to Grand Turk already as well. So the point of the trip was a colleague that I used to work with. This is her second marriage. And the first one, it didn't go well. And they had 2 kids together. And I've watched her leave the Army. She came over to us in the Air Force, and she's just an amazing human being. She's an amazing airman, and an amazing mom. And just to see her meet this nice man who's treats her so nicely, it was an amazing wedding trip, a wedding on the boat. So we were on the cruise ship. It was Carnival. I think they did an amazing job of the way they set up the wedding, all the different things that they did. They moved us through like the cake and all the pictures and the buffet food that was set out. It was just done very nicely. But the point is to see her so happy with this man, and his family was there. A bunch of us were there, her colleagues and friends. It was very emotional. And it was the day that we docked in Nassau. So I didn't even get off the ship that day because, like I said, I already been there a couple of times. But the next day we docked in Half Moon Cay, which is Carnival's private island. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful there. I had no idea. So I don't know if anyone has been there, but we had an amazing time there. Since it's their private island, you didn't have to pay extra for the beach time. Then they had lunch set out in like a pavilion area. They had drinks. It was perfect. Everything was perfect. So we had an amazing beach day that would have been Wednesday. So the wedding was on Tuesday, Half Moon Cay. And then we went to Grand Turk the next day. Got off for a little bit, just caught some Wi-Fi real quick in Margaritaville and got back on the ship. Just had a lot of relaxation, a lot of quality time with some of my former colleagues, and all these people used to work for me. And again, to see her so happy with her new family and her children that, from her previous marriage. I'm just so glad I'm honored that she even invited me and that I could go. So
Sounds like a lot of,
what's that?
like you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was very nice. So I'm very thankful that I got to go.
Where's your tan?
Oh, it's up on my upper body more so. You'll see.
I will see, right? Tomorrow?
You will see tomorrow.
I will see her tomorrow. We got
so you guys see my non-military nails. I'm really excited about them.
So seriously, you can only do natural, right? For work?
Or like neutral colors, but definitely not this color.
Now I think that would clash with your uniform.
Right.
So, Miss Judy, what are you working on? What's your goals for saving for the rest of 2024?
Well, right now, our is, like I said, our Christmas trip, I guess. But after Christmas, I am concentrating on debt. Debt and travel are going to be my two things come January. And I've got a couple little loans that I want to pay off. We've got a lawnmower bill that I want to pay off and things like that to get out of the way. If I get those out of the way, I'll have more travel money.
Mhm.
So that's my goal.
See? Okay. So, Andrew, before you jumped in, I was actually talking to Judy about what are the things that I wanted to bring to the table tonight.
Mhm.
So, a few times within the last week or so, I have gotten questions about, does saving money stress you, or does it, like, it was questions about saving and stress. And I guess I was reading into the questions, and sometimes it's stressful for people to try to save money. And I thought a long hard about this, and I want to begin with when I started my savings journey, and I'm going to come in. I'm going to get a little sidetracked. So Judy and I were talking also, and Judy was talking about, trying to figure out what days of the week she's going to do her videos. And I remember back when probably 2 years ago, when, you were like, oh, do I have enough money to do 3 videos a week? Do I have enough money to get 2 videos done? Like, as a YouTuber and saving money, you wanted to have money allocated for specific days of saving for video purposes. But this doesn't have to just do with being a video YouTuber. This has to do with saving money within your life. So this is what I wanted to say. When I began this budget journey, and we talk about this, and I think it's so important, grab that notebook, and you have to figure out, where can you cut back just a little. And I always say and I'm trying to be transparent, stopping going out to dinner wasn't even an option because my husband is a foodie. He loves to go out. So I couldn't say we're not going out because he'd be like, ugh. So if we were to go out, I would look at the menu, and I didn't have to buy the top. I didn't have to buy the middle. Sometimes I chose to get the cheaper of the meals, which was probably enough food to begin with. Then I wouldn't buy alcohol out, like a beer. I wouldn't have a beer with dinner because $7.50 or $5.50 or whatever it is. And then I was like, I'm not buying a soda out, which is my drink of choice most of the time. Because I didn't want to pay the $3 for a soda. So I began cutting back that way. And just by cutting those little things out, I had more money to save.
Yes.
Once I started saving and working on those savings challenge, it probably wasn't I was probably a year into saving when the save to sink actually came into play. And the more money I saved to sink into that blue envelope, to then on the first start divvying it up into sinking funds, I'm telling you, the moment you've got that money for that upcoming bill, you're ahead of the game. So, for instance, we're a month ahead, say, on internet. If I take that money out of that folder and I pay that bill, that means I've got that money to save this month. And do you see how it kind of snowballs? And I'm not using Dave Ramsey as an excuse or an example. It just happens. And is it a snowball effect? Sure. And that was my journey with it. Ladies, what did you do to begin your savings journey?
Go ahead, Judy.
Oh, well, I was telling Donna that what I do, we're on a fixed income. I have a retirement coming, Social Security, and Guy has Security. And so what I do is I have a budget. I know I need to leave in there, and then I'll take out the extra money. Then I add my Etsy money and now my YouTube money and anything, little extra money that comes in like that. And that's what I use to do my cash stuffing with. And I was telling her when she was talking about how much, about getting nervous if you're going to have enough money. And I told her, I said, well, I have to figure out, okay, have I sold enough stuff this week, or how do I need to stretch this money? And so that's, it sometimes gets a little stressful, but as far as, being happy doing it, I am. I absolutely love it. And it has made so much difference for us, because Guy will come in and he'll say, I'd really like to get this for my truck or that for my truck, or I really need to change oil. And I say, well, here, I've got it in our vehicle binder. And before, when I was leaving that money in the bank, we would spend it. When we'd go out shopping, I didn't think anything about going ahead and picking stuff up and just using my card. Now I don't swipe that card. And so it's taught me better about saving that way. But yet then we have that money to use in other places that we would really enjoy using it. So that's kind of been our journey. And at the very beginning, Guy wasn't all keen about it, because he kind of didn't like not being able to swipe that card. But he's gotten used to it now, and he sees where it's really benefiting us. So that's our journey.
Swiping, I had us both on mute so that Judy didn't, there was no breaking her voice up. So Andrew, did you want to reply to that?
Well, wait, I got ads. Let me hit the button.
Okay, well, we can wait a second.
There we go.
I think that swiping a debit card can be big trouble. Big trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I guess I've tried budgeting on and off, but I've never been to the point where I really worked on my mindset. And I've talked a little bit to the village and on lives before about like how I started. But what I've been enhancing now, because you guys, if you watch my budget with me, you've seen the sheet, you've seen me talk through all the different things, and I talk about the condo in Colorado, and there's various expenses that I have to be mindful of with that. Well, how I've enhanced it is really tracking now even expenses. Like, so on the cruise, I didn't get the drink package. I didn't do the premium restaurants, as another example to add to what you guys just said. Like, I'm very, I'm changing, like just trying to be more frugal and more sensible about like, okay, if you have free food, you don't need to go and do this other stuff, because it's not a priority right now. Now in the future, when I'm out of debt, then maybe I'll go back to, doing some of those extra perks. But like I wrote down all of my different expenses, because yeah, I have my travel envelope and all that good stuff, and I save for my categories, but just making sure that am I saving enough? Because, sometimes like on the shuttle, I paid too much for the shuttle heading from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, but then on the way back, I did it differently. So I did better. But just kind of keeping track of and like itemizing everything. I never really itemized before, because I was just YOLO, do the credit card, worry about it later. Well, now we're not worrying about it later. We're going to make sure that we are being more mindful and more purposeful with this money, and not just worrying about it later. So that's some of the things that I've kind of switched up a bit.
I love it. And, like Judy was saying, the swiping of the card, it could be, you just think it's unlimited. And because it's a checking account, there could become an overdraft, and overdraft fees can get you even deeper in debt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a little on the scary side. For me, I can't, John's uncontrollable. And that's my partner. Like he in his head, he's worked all his life and he's worked hard. And if he wants it, he's going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? But that's my cross to bear, and it's okay. And that's why I've learned to have sinking funds and try to think 10 steps ahead, so that I have to give a kudos to him though. This week we had a situation within the family. How do I do this? My in-laws might be buying another homestead. And so long story short, my sister is Wall Street. So I bring something financial to the table. She brings something way more than I do. I wish you guys can meet my sister because she's a financial guru. And so long story short, we advised my father-in-law of something. Turns out that it worked. And there was one more step that we didn't even bring to the table that will work even better for him. But my sister-in-laws were not happy that my sister and I came in to play. So long story short, my husband comes to tell me all this, and he says to his sister, his youngest sister, listen. And he says just like this, I brought Linda and Donna in because, and he used these words and it blew my mind. He says, Loretta, listen, he says, I have no financial worries. He says, Donna has taken care of us so well that I worry about nothing. And that's been him. And I take care of him. But I've given him boundaries, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been able to, and this was a good part for this financially, and maybe you implement it any way you can. He started selling things, little things here and there on Facebook Marketplace. He built up his own stash. And then if he wants to buy something, he takes that money instead of house money.
Mm.
And it worked. But the fact that my husband brought to the table this week that his wife actually has knowledge about finances just blew me away.
Yeah.
Well, Donna, what is he going to say about when you have like cash for this roof?
Well,
what he said originally, what he said about it.
Okay, so Andrew's got privileged information because we're that close. But yeah, that one makes me chuckle. But there's medical reasons behind that one too. So I can't get too mad at him. But he said the other day something to me. He asked me about my YouTube pay. And he's like, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to buy yourself something? He says, oh, you go out and buy yourself something special. That's what he tells me. So I turn around and I go, are you out of your mind? I go, I can't go buy something special. I go, I'm saving for a freaking roof. So he's like, oh, and he forgets. I'm like, oh my God. And then I went upstairs today to clean that room. I vacuumed and stuff. And I looked at that ceiling and go, oh, please let me get through the winter with that. But we had wicked rainstorms for the last 2 weeks. So I'm like, I don't think the stain got bigger, but I think I'm going to go upstairs tonight and take a picture of it. This way I can, or actually, you know what? I'm going to mark it with a pen. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I should have thought of that. Because if I see it get any bigger, our friend is coming to patch it. I can't. That's not me. Oh, the stress.
Yeah.
Now. But see, the struggle is real. And I guess I don't stress about money. I try not to. I try to, okay, it is what it is, right? And I do that with most things. Okay, who's got a smartwatch? Who in the crowd has a smartwatch? Okay, smartwatches, right? So your smartwatch, which I haven't had on, tracks your heartbeat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your monitors your rhythms. Well, even in my most stressful moment, when it'll be John walk through the door, like he comes in from Dunkin', he's blah, 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 and I go, oh my God. I look at the watch.
No.
I look at the watch. I go, oh, I'm not doing so bad. But the point is this. The point I'm trying to make is don't stress about it. Don't stress about. But I wish Mama Bear was here for this one. Saving doesn't have to be stressful. Don't pen to paper, budget. Look at what you make. Look at what you spend. Write down everything you spend money on for 1 week. Did she give that as homework one day?
Yeah.
I don't think she gave that as homework. Did she ever give that as homework? I think we should give you all homework. Would you like homework? Where's Mama Bear? What if you did this? Today is Sunday. Monday, we're going to say starts the new week. What if You tracked everything that you spent money on. How about you come back next week and you tell me, where do you think you could cut out one thing that you notice that you're spending too much money on? What if you tried it for 1 week?
Yeah.
Well, Guy wouldn't be too happy because there would be Diet Cokes and Little Debbie's.
Oh my gosh. I think that would be fabulous. I think she give you that? She gave us a lot of homework on Focus Fridays, and I actually have a whole book with all, like, I did her homework. I don't remember that one. But
Mary says she believes she did.
okay. I wish she was here. I just think that it would be, see, I'm into tracking. You know, who watched Twilight, right? Aren't there vampires that are trackers? I think I'm a tracking vampire.
That's funny.
I love to track every single, like, okay. Andrew's gonna get crazy when I show this again. Andrew, Andrew, do you remember what you said? Hold on. All right, I'm bringing it out. Hold on. I'm gonna give you my desktop again. And then you can laugh at me, Miss Andra. And Judy, you can be honest and tell me what you think of this also. All right, here we go. Changing my desktop.
I don't remember, but I might have made fun of you for something.
Yes, you did. Okay. Do you remember this?
Oh my gosh. The ledger you have still from like the 80s, Donna? And your first pay stubs?
Okay, so look it. I am true to form. I am true to form. What you see now is it started a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pen to paper. And 1992 is this ledger. I'm sure if I went down the basement, actually 1991. Hold on, let's see. We go back to 1991. I used to track all of our banking and spending. And this ledger, I love this. I love these ledgers. Love them. And as our family grew, it went from 1 page to 2 pages. But this has been me. This has been me forever.
Donna,
What?
let me read you the Queen Budget comment. I think it's so funny. She says, "Ha, my boyfriend is listening," and I said to him, "I don't stress about money." He says, "Yes, you do. You're checking your retirement account every 2 days." I call that stressing about money.
And look at this, cost $3.69
Oh,
in
yeah.
Genovese. Genovese does not even exist anymore. But it's amazing how it just made sense to me even back then to do it.
Huh?
And look at this. What are we, 22, 23 years later? Was this 90 or 91? It was 91 or 90? 23 years later, and it still makes me happy. July 1991.
Wow.
So don't stress. Just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie says that you've got enough stuff to start a Donna museum.
It's all going in the garbage real soon, that's for sure. 33 years. I said 23, didn't I? 33. That's right. Teaching with, yes. Oh,
33
that's
years,
scary.
Donna.
Not the fact that I still have it, but that it was that long ago. I swear I know how to do math. But where did you, Andrea, honestly, I see your pen and paper in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been pen and papering it?
Well, so before this, I did have like an Excel spreadsheet for my because I get paid twice a month, so my first paycheck and then my 15th paycheck, and I had all the things that need to be paid, but and then I would just kind of check it off, but anything other than that, it didn't matter because I was swiping credit cards. So nothing else. There was no limits unless I didn't have anything left on the how bad it was. And I think I've told you guys this here as well, but like I would make a payment on a credit card and then whatever that little bit of available balance was sometimes, like I would go spend if it was $40 and I'm going to go spend that too. And it was just a vicious cycle of foolishness on my part. So pen to paper, no, not really. That just started with this community.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I'm usually by this point I would have already had my first to the 14th of September, but since I was on vacation, I didn't start it yet. But like I said, I just flew in and I got back late last night, and I've already like started writing down. Okay, all right, what was the expenses? Maybe make sure. Look, I got my little travel binder out to make sure I can reimburse like what I had in here. Judy, I've got my beautiful little travel trackers here from you. But yeah, I've got everything. I'm like, okay, cool. I got that money. All right, I got this money. Like, I love this because I'm being more responsible.
So my question to you is this. All right. Would you not like? Would you see? I would suggest this, that when that book is done and you're done ledgering everything and doing it, and all of a sudden you're debt free and you're on that, you're in that house over in the island and you're like comfortable. Don't you ever want to take that book back out and say, do you remember when I was foolish and I'll never let that happen again?
Oh, I'm keeping all of my sheets, like my debt snowball sheets. I'm keeping these for some time, or I'm going to take pictures of them just to have an archive. But absolutely.
And you're making fun of me?
I mean, but I'm not going to keep like all the ledger books from the the 90s. I might just keep a digital copy and take a picture, just as a reminder.
I just love it. That's why I'm keeping it. I don't know. I love the book. Judy, do you have something that you treasure that has taught you something?
You mean about money?
Anything. At this point, if you love it, I want to know about it. And if you had it for 33 years, I really want to know about it.
Believe me, the stuff in this house that's been here a lot longer than that.
Oh my God, this is hysterical. I'm having the best time. So somebody asked earlier about my shirt. Do you know that this is Dollar Tree and it was in the $5 section? I got it like a year ago. But Dollar Tree I love the way the Dollar Tree t-shirts actually fit. I do. Oh, you know what's funny is my criminal justice textbooks, I lent them to my sister and she never gave them back. I would have kept them forever.
I do have all my textbooks.
Okay.
Yeah. I have some of my college notebooks too. I don't really need the college notebooks, but yeah.
I still have boxes with the kids' trophies in it and their books, their storybooks and all that stuff. I don't throw a lot of stuff away either. Guy fusses at me for that.
So Wendy asked about my planners and savings challenges. So honestly, when my savings challenges are done, because they're digital, I'm one and done. I toss them in the garbage. I saved them for like 6 months at one point, and there was a pile under my desk of all the completed envelopes and challenges. And then I'm like, why am I keeping them? And I literally went through every single one to make sure that there was no money stuck in them. And then they went in the garbage. That I'm not saving. Planners I'll hold on to. I can make you laugh again. I keep calendars. I keep wall calendars for the year. I just do. Because they have important information written on them.
Donna,
Go ahead.
all hoarding excuse.
You'll do what, Judy?
But all hoarders have an excuse for keeping something.
Okay, I'll be honest. Look around. Look around. I think I'm an organized hoarder. I am. I'm an organized hoarder.
I'm the same way.
I actually, with the cleaning of the basement this past week, I actually went through all the kids' storybooks. I saved just the ones I wanted. And then I asked my daughter-in-law if she wanted them. And I asked the other daughter-in-law to be one day if she wanted them. They said no. And I sent them over to that building. I'm done now. I was okay, who's my 70s mamas here? I wasn't a mama in the 70s, but my sister was. Do you remember the changing table that was a square, right? It was a square. And if you opened up the bottom, the top flipped open and it became a changing table. And then you had little compartments and it was wicker. You guys don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I had a white one.
Oh, okay. So white one. So I'm talking, the top flips open and there's the pad on it. And then there were compartments. Well, I had gotten one. I don't know. And I put it under the basement stairs and I was saving it until I had grandchildren. And when I went down that basement to clean, I was like, I'm done. I pulled it out. I put it upstairs. I put it on the porch. John comes in. He goes, I guess you're not planning on having grandchildren. I said, I'm done. I said, the kitchen counter was good enough for my kids. The kitchen counters will be good enough for the grandchildren if I get them. I'm done. I'm so done. I want to minimize.
Yeah.
And here's the truth. You're going to get to, all right, we have a lot of people that are younger than Judy and I. Even Andra's younger. But Andra, I know you said that you had a lot of things. I saw your space. You had a lot of boxes from storage. You have your decorations and things like that. Mm-hmm. Then when you do get your forever home, you're going to wind up buying specific things for that home, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Decor purposes, things like that. I can honestly say, and I'm betting that Judy will probably feel the same way, I'm done. I've overbought in my lifetime. Decor, overbought. I'm done. I'm at the point now where I go to the store, I look at things and I go, why do I need that? Do I need that? I don't need that.
Yeah. And I think that what helped me, because I definitely like pretty things. I like different decor. I like to switch out the decor. I don't always like to keep the same things. I don't need 3 Christmas trees. I'm working on it. I did the whole kids thing. I purged. I cried in San Antonio when I was there. I took some pictures of some of their things. I like lined them up on the floor and just took some pictures for like some digital memories. But after my mom passed away and us having to like go in the house and clean up and do divvy out some of her things that we wanted and then like do away with some of the other things, like, and then there's still the rest of the house because my dad is still there and my mom kept a lot of things. I don't want to leave that for my kids, and so I'm going to try to do better, so that I don't want to leave them a burden, I guess is what I'm saying.
But I guess also the point that I think I wanted to reflect on was that the younger crowd, you're still going through what you want in life. With the older crowd, we've gotten the majority of things that we want as far as, filling our home. Now, when we go to that store, we don't look at things the same way as someone that's younger. Like, I'm going to take Vinny and Shannon, for instance. Oh, my God. Every time they come home from TJ Maxx, they've got something else decor. I'm like, what are you doing? But I say that in here. That's them. If that's what they want to do, then that's a lesson they have to learn on their own. That's not up for me to say, because if something pretty makes them happy, then so be it. But make sure it's within your budget.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather make the memories than have the things.
Bev, I think I have to watch some of that Swedish death cleaning videos.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, it's a form of cleaning and cleansing. I honestly, I need to watch a couple of those. What does Oma say? She says, decor isn't a problem with me. My problem was the, oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Truth be told, when there's a spot for me in that building, I'm going to tell TJ, I want a spot that says mama's stuff only. And, but here, Oma, you want to, do you see this? These are specialty papers. They're like Graphic 45, they're Cartabella. They're not just scrapbook paper. And some of them are brand new in packaging. And I was waiting for that specific, perfect craft to craft with them. And then I'd make that craft and I never want to give it away because I didn't think anybody was worthy of my craft. Or they wouldn't appreciate it for the time and effort that got put into it. Oh my God. Crafting is an expensive hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I used to make soap and candles, and I was making little girls' hair bows, and I was selling them, on Etsy, and I used to crochet a lot. I've got a bunch of yarn in there, but I went ahead and just sold all of my bow stuff, all the ribbon and everything I had, because I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Alex is 16 years old. She's not going to be wearing bows in her hair. So I just sold all of that stuff just to get it out. And I went ahead and packed up all of my soaping tools and all that stuff. And we've got it down in our warehouse building in boxes with just soaping supplies put on it, because I just don't have room for it up here. And it's probably going to be a long time before I ever do it again, if I ever do. So I just moved it out, because I had to make way for my other stuff that I'm doing now.
Donna, are you muted?
Can't hear you, Don.
I was muted because I feel like if we're all three on, Judy gets there's a break in her voice. So when I want Judy to talk, I mute you and I.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that was me. I don't even know what I was going to say. I don't. Do we? Oh my gosh, do we? What, a sinking fund? We need a Happy Planner sinking fund? All right. I think we can add that to the list. I think that can go to the list. All right. I kind of like that one. Did everybody get the hop dates? The hop dates are out. Did you guys all download them? Am I muted?
I did.
Okay, so we need a Happy Planner. See, that's the other thing. I don't need another Happy Planner. I really don't.
Me neither, but I'm still going to buy them.
Oh. It's like, why?
So what I started to do is now, okay, by topic. Now I have a different planner. Instead of like the divider inside the planner, now I have a planner per topic. So that's been my excuse lately.
A planner per topic. Can you give us some of those topics?
Like this one obviously is my, this is my budgeting one. And then I have a sorority one. And then like I have a work one. So yeah. Then I have a counseling one for my like counseling clients. Yeah.
I want to be that organized. Right now, see, all right. You saw the ledger and how neat it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I only want to put neat things inside the Happy Planner. And then I use just a scrap notebook for notes. Happy Planners have to be like for specific neat things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I became my other sister. My sister is a neat freak. I'm so not her, but all of a sudden, I just want neatness. I said it in an upcoming video because I pre-recorded for this week. I'm going through a nesting thing. Do you guys remember when you were having kids? And besides Jason, or maybe Jason did it when his wife was expecting. You just wanted everything in order.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I need that in my life right now. I need organization.
Yeah, I definitely went through that. But when I was married at the time, I had a little pressure from my ex-husband because he was a very like orderly person. So that was actually helpful for me.
Nice. I like the undated happy planners. This way I can have them if I need them. You know what's funny is that we should just like the tops are the tops and the dividers are what makes us sappy.
Yeah.
And then each time I get one, I'm like, oh, I could design something similar to that. Oh. Okay, Jason said, I definitely did not go through nesting. Did you at least help her? I hope. Hope you helped her. I'll tell you this one. We're talking nesting. TJ was a week early and Vinny was 2 weeks early. And the night before TJ, okay, so do you remember when you used to put going back to the 90s, home improvement was just beginning, like, you know what I mean? The square 12 by 12 peel and stick tiles. Well, the night before TJ was born, I was putting the tiles down on the kitchen floor because we had just finished the kitchen. And I don't know if you've ever put the peel and stick tiles down, but to get the right cut, you'd put the bottom one down, the top one over it, and then you'd have the cut. And John's not a puzzle guy. So if I explained it, he couldn't get it. So I was like, you know what? It's just easier if I get to do it. And I actually have a picture. I had just finished the kitchen floor. I laid down on the floor. I got my stomach out to here. And I was done with the floor. And then the next morning, it was like, okay, here comes TJ. But nesting is definitely a thing. And I'm wondering, I'm not pregnant. No way, no how, but I feel like I'm in nesting mode. And not only in materialistic things, I feel like I'm in it on my desk, meaning when you watch my videos, I'm literally looking at my paper and I'm going, okay, I want to finish this challenge on this date. I want to be ready for this. It's overflowing into my savings and budgeting, like time frames and almost like contingency plans. Like I'm working on the strive to have an end date. Does anybody feel that way? Do you guys have end dates? Like, do you look at a challenge and say, I need to have this done and divide it by the days? And do you work on it that way?
I do for the ones that are a little more specific, like if I have a very specific goal, like the 52-week challenge or the 100 envelope challenge. But the rest of them, for the most part, I've been just kind of flying by the seat of my pants.
Okay, Judy, do you do any, like, do you look at savings challenges and divide and conquer?
To do, and I've been doing it kind of by seasons. Like right now, I'm wanting to finish up some that I had for summer because fall's coming and I'm wanting to start the fall challenges. So I'm trying to wrap up the ones that I had and not adding any of those so I can start the fall and Halloween. So I kind of try to conquer them that way.
I like that. I do the same thing. I definitely am a seasonal girl. Andrea, oh, I muted her. Sorry, Andrea. I muted you. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, you chose to mute yourself.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
of course.
She takes initiative. I love that.
You know
Jason
me.
says he budgets them out so I know when they will be done. Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And you guys are all seasonal. Loving it.
Yeah. I do some seasonal, but sometimes I'm still working on you know, I'm way past the season because I'm still working on it. I don't like to. I guess I could just give up and stop and then move on, but I don't know. I have a problem not finishing things that I start, so I try to finish it.
I have a few that after next week, I'm going to just stop putting money in them because I want to start the seasonals, and maybe after the holidays are over, then I'm going to go back and finish those up because I want to move into the fall stuff, and I can't do it if I'm still doing those two because I don't have that kind of money.
I felt that way with summer. Like I needed summer to end so I could bring in fall. I wanted to bring in Halloween. And my goal for saving is Halloween. I want to keep going with Halloween until Halloween. And then I want to work on fall in the month of November. And I really don't want to kick Christmas off again until December 1st. Like I want each one of the 3 months to have their themes.
Yeah.
Oh my, Kathy, I think you're right. I think you're right. So this one sounds good. Donna, I bought you scratch offs in increments of annual bills. So I tried to get through phases depending on the month it's due. Oh, Chrissy, that's pretty cool. I like that thought process. Andra, I have that same Mickey mini notebook, using it for my dog binder. Oh, everybody's doing, like, everybody has like themes. I like that. Let's see what Oma says. Donna, I was doing the 52-week book with you. I had to stop it because something came up. I had to pull the money out. I never got back to it. If you do it again, I will do it with you. Were you doing the Tink one, the Tink 52? Or the
I think she's doing
Tink? Say that again?
the
Or that one?
Christmas fund. Yeah.
This one? Wait, that one? Or the Tink one? Because Tink was also 52.
She said yes.
The book one.
The book one, the Tink one. Is it the Tink? Tink or this is considered a book? Oh, this one, the one with the ribbon. Oh, you had to, okay. Okay, so in today's video, which is my Sunday save, I actually said that I haven't had to use this and that this is going to go to the roof. And I think that a part of me, Andrew, did I have this conversation with you, Lisa, or Steph? One of them. I said that, I think it was Lisa. I feel like so much of my savings right now is going towards the roof, and that money's already spent. So there's fun involved, but there's no fun involved. You know what I mean? So it's messing with my brain. Like I'm not. It's being safe for a purpose, but
you don't get to, like, when you unwrap it, you don't get to allocate it into sinking funds because it's already like for the roof. Is that what you mean?
Unwrap it. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's like,
yep.
That's pretty cool. 5K is for home improvement. And then I think I said in this one, right? My question was today in my video, and I didn't get to go look. Would you restart it? Okay, so Oma, I actually added extra pages to mine by accident. I must have overprinted, and I left them in here. So I'm going to continue going. If I started this, will you start it again with me? I will be your partner in crime with that. I would definitely do that with you. And if so, what denomination will you be doing? I'm thinking I would stay with the 50 because the 50 right now is working for me. And this is the best. If I was to start this again as soon as it's over, this one, I think by the time it's done the next time, I'd be this close to either being mortgage free or done. And then wouldn't that be like a great savings? Oh my gosh. Okay, I just had a brainstorm. Oh my gosh. Who would want to do the 52 collaboratively? Kind of like you would want to do it,
Yeah.
Judy? Okay, so here we go. This is gonna let's think about this because I love it when we pull together like this. All right, somebody's got to watch the comments. Well, like my smoke comes out of my ears. So if we did it collaboratively, and it's not just for channels, it could be, our village. Kind of like Lisa Grateful Me, the Crafty Saver, and myself do the Thanksgiving challenge. What if we chose a day of the week and like I'll say, all right, I'm doing my 52 week today, and then I'm going to list all the other channels that are doing it too. And like Judy will be there, Andrea will be there, Oma will be there, Kathy will be there. What if we did something like that, but not hop, but we do it collaboratively like we did the Thanksgiving? What do you think of something like that?
Good.
Yes, I'm getting yeses in that crowd. And denomination is based on your own budget, like whatever you can do. And if you need to change it on a weekly basis, that's okay too. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like that people can pick the amount because my brain went to, oh boy, okay.
No.
Yeah, I love it.
It's not. It's what you can like, and that's the best part about this. Our community is an array. It's everybody is different. And Judy, did you bring that up earlier? Somebody brought it up in the crowd, didn't they? Don't compare yourself, or don't do what's good for you.
Everybody's budget is different. Everybody's home life is different. You have to do what is for you and your family.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay. I think how many weeks do I say I have left? I have 7 weeks left, right? 7 weeks. 4, 5, 6, 7. Why don't we kick this off? What day of the week? Let's ask everybody. What day of the week would you like to do this? Let's see. What day of the week would work? Because Sundays are lives.
We're doing the hop on Sunday and Thursday. Why don't we pick a different day for this? Maybe Wednesdays?
I like that. Hump day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, wait, we got to write this down. Okay. How about Wednesdays? What's the first Wednesday in November? Okay. First Wednesday in November is the 6th. How about we kick it off on the 6th? And then if you're a channel, right, and you want to be a part of this, what I will do is this. I will make a sheet of all channels involved and their links so that every channel that is doing this, you paste that in your description box and people can go to those channels. And I've listened to people lately and they feel, and let me know in the comment section, you guys have said how you feel safe in this chat now. And the fact that you feel safe in this chat, you feel safe with the channels that come to this chat. So how awesome will it be that we now have the chat and we have a list of channels that go together, right? And we all could do this together. All right. Let's ask the chat. What do you, and this doesn't have to be, it's not written in stone. What do you think your weekly will look like? I'm going to try to do 50 again. What do you think you're going to set your goal for? And just know this, your goal can start small and then it can move up if you feel like you can handle it. Oh, you I like it. Look at her go on her calculator. Okay, so look at some of the numbers we've got. We've got we got a lot of 25s, 3s, 20s. I like that.
We got some big ones.
We got 50, 10s,
Yeah,
20s.
Probably 20 or 25 for me, because we're also going to be starting that new brick wall one too.
Yes. But the brick wall, we could change that denomination if we don't want it to stay at 500. We can change that to, because that's Sunday nights. Do you want me to make the brick wall 300?
I was good with what we decided. I'll just adjust this one to where I need it to be.
That's what I think too.
Okay. All right, so people are setting goals. I love it that everybody's goal is different, but the end game is a save. All right, so Wednesday the 6th, it's going to be the 52-week challenge.
Wendy asked, are we doing a 52 that we already have, or are we making a new one for the group?
Wait, I'm sorry?
Are we doing a 52 that we already have, or are we making a new one for the group?
Some of them already have it, so I wouldn't want people to pay twice for something that they've already got, because it's important to save the money. So do you want to just, we'll let you all decide. Do you want this one to save with this one, or do you want a new one? Because I would just do it the same. I really, this inspired me. The fact that it looks like I don't know. It's a tracker. It's a ledger. It's a deposit slip.
Tanya, it's going to be a brick wall instead of saving 101. What we have been doing, it's going to be a brick wall together in the Sunday Live.
After we finish 101.
Yep. Yeah, after we finish.
That's coming in November also.
Yeah.
Okay, new or old? Let's see the comments. New or old?
I think the old one's adorable.
And it'll be on Wednesdays.
I have the old one, and I can get either one.
Old. Looks like old is winning.
Oh, Lake and Bacon suggests a new cover.
Okay, I can definitely. All right, so if we did a new cover, that would be fine. All right, new cover. I'm going to work on that. I agree, new cover. And the new cover will be gifted, and the challenge would have to be purchased. Okay, but yeah, I'll make the cover something that defines us. Definitely. Okay. But see, let's go back to the original, how the conversation just began. So the challenge was in play for her, and then she had to take it out. That is a struggle for a lot of us when that happens, right? You've got the money in the challenge, and then all of a sudden something comes up and you've got to take the money out of that challenge before it was completed. It's a bittersweet scenario. But, and I totally hear you, and I totally get that, because I felt the same way when I broke into the tire challenge, and the tire challenge never got to go where it was supposed to go. But do you realize that you should be so proud of yourself for actually having that to then use? I know it's hard, but I guess I really just want you to be proud of yourself that you were able to have that money on standby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Absolutely.
another reason why poop came into play. It's amazing how all these things make us smarter in so many different ways. Okay, so Oma says, I think I was defeated. I should have just jumped right back in and saved from the date I had taken it. You know what? It was a lesson. Take that information and then use it for if it ever happens again. Good night, Nika.
Yeah, because that happened to me. The money saved from January to about April, my laptop tore up and I had to go buy a new laptop. I had to get all new software to go with it. I spent about $1,000 and it took all the savings that I had and I had to pull out of challenges. And I felt the same way, but I just started over. And that's what you have done. But also I told myself, I'm thankful I had that money. You know, if I had it saved in, I wouldn't have had it to do that with. So that's the way you have to look at it.
I think that's one, I do believe that happened to Lisa Gray for me too. I think that happened with an appliance, and I think that happened with a computer, and it does. And you know what? It's happened to a lot of us.
Yep.
That's life. It
That's
happens,
good, Nancy.
right? It happens.
Yes.
What did Yvette say? I missed it.
Oh, Yvette said she had to have a toe amputated. Yvette's been battling some different physical challenges.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But she just keeps such a great attitude. Nancy Gilbert says she used the hop to help get back and forth to the hospital and get food. So yeah, we all have to tap into it.
I agree. There are so many awesome group saves coming up. Yeah, we got some great ideas.
Seems for me like it's so much easier to save when I'm doing it with the group like this, just like this one money. I haven't touched a dime of it because I tell myself, no, I've got to leave that because I'm wanting to finish it with everybody else. And it makes it easier to do, I think. And the same thing with the hot money. I do move my 25 out and put it in my sinking funds, but it's going in there, and I'll tap other savings in my sinking fund sometimes, but I won't touch those because I want to see what they are at the end. And it makes it easier, I think, to save it.
I love to leave them in there. I've done that with the year of scratch offs. I've done that with the monthly scratch offs. And I thought that I wanted to do that with the save $1 a day since May, since we were doing that. But then that reset, I have to be honest, that reset kicked my butt. Not just that reset that I did in June for July, that threw me off. And I can honestly say I don't think I'm ever going to do a reset again. I will finalize seasonal, but I'm not finalizing all of them ever again. I just felt like it depleted me.
Now, Jason says he likes the group saves challenges. It's motivational to know everyone is doing it. That's what I think too.
Who still has all their ding 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 in their folder? Mama Bear pulls hers out every month, but I know she said that she's going to try to leave them in next year. Because I left mine in for the entire year.
I have most of it in there, but I have from time to time when I've needed some ones, went in there and got some, but most of it's in there.
Okay. So you guys, a lot of you still have all yours in there.
Yeah, some people pull it out. I've been pulling it out. I just put prop money back in it.
Okay, see, the 25 Days of Christmas book, Lake and Bacon, that was easy for me to leave in there. I had no problem with that one. That got left in there because the end game wasn't until December, and I did that in the beginning of the year, and it wasn't going towards anything else. That was its own set goal. So that one, what kills me is that when I ring the bell and nothing goes into the save to sync folder, that I'm like, oh, there's so much things that are rang the bell that are complete, but they're staying in long-term folders. But I will smirk when that's all said and done. I will. When they're done, you're like, oh, look at all this. But I know what you're talking about. So we got people that pull their monies monthly.
Mhm.
I love it.
Joe still has all the ding, ding, ding money. Irene says I still have mine's only have $2. Did that mean you completed 2 challenges or you just have $2 left? Kathy pulls it monthly.
But see, I love how everybody does it based on their needs. I do. Budget with Mama Bear likes to put that debt down. She likes to just she's working that out. Love it. I wish she was here to tell us because she did. She set goals, and goals are important. And I think sometimes when we say goals out loud in front of other people, you're like, now I got to follow through. I said it. Somebody
Right?
heard me, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely. I'm telling you, starting this channel, I'm like, oh, okay, I said that. Let me make sure I follow through. Wait, what did I say about that? And I got to go back and rewatch something.
So,
Okay, I want to pay the
go ahead.
lawnmower. Said that out loud, so make me do it.
Listen, I can hold you accountable if you want me to. I can be very stern.
Oh, you do. Oh, you already do. Thank you, ma'am. I love it.
Oh my gosh. So last week, Andrea, before she went away, we were talking about how we thought that the live was gonna, we were gonna work on the live being a membership, public, but membership. And then I was like, I didn't do it last week because I don't know. I was gonna make everyone that's in this audience in the chat put their right hand up and take an oath, right? Andrea, do you remember talking to me about this?
Yeah, and what were we gonna do?
Okay, so basically, as law enforcement and as military, you raise your right hand and you solemnly swear to uphold and do and whatever the oath may be, and you follow through with that oath. So honestly, I wanted everybody that's in the comment section, hold up your right hand and promise to always be kind and nice and think of others and put yourself in their position and use kind words. And that's what I wanted to bring to this table. So since I didn't do that last week, would you guys make a promise to just keep things sweet and nice? And I mean, for the last 2 weeks, it's been pretty good, hasn't it? And if you agree, type the word yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, look at Bev. She put a hand up. But don't you want to be like, doesn't that like, I get so emotional because that's where I want to be. I want to surround myself with this. Look at this chat go. Look at you all.
They have me wanting to raise my hand too. Trying to find it.
Raise it. Raise it. Raise. I raise both. I do solemnly swear. Yep. Holy moly. What an amazing group of people we're surrounding ourselves with. Do you realize that? You are who you hang out with.
Anytime somebody tells me that they're new to budgeting, I tell them, well, that's the right place, because they will never find another group of people that's more helpful and kind. And I really believe that.
We definitely do have an amazing group here. What did Mabel say? I missed that. Wait, hold on one second.
The chat's going fast.
You was a couponer, and that community that was cutthroat. Yeah, couponing was definitely cutthroat. Oh yeah, they got vicious. I did crafting, I did couponing, I did extreme couponing. That was a lot of numbers. I still have those books. I have those books. I was reusing them. Let's see if it's in here.
Bye, Tanya.
Okay, you ready? Come on. It's all about. Do you guys love to laugh? Do you guys laugh at me? And in a good, like, I love it when I make myself laugh. I love it when I make you guys laugh. I love it when you make like light of a situation, the whoops-a-daisies, the boo-boos, okay, I did that again. Like, it happens, right? Isn't it like, it's okay? Thank you, Doris. Welcome.
Yes, I'm trying to say hello and I can't tag her.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You definitely came upon a good group. But here, I wish I don't write. Oh, I did. Oh, this is a ledger from 2019. Okay, pen to paper. When I say it, I'm not just saying it because I want to hear myself say it. I'm saying it because it works. And I'm going to preach it until I'm blue in the face. But, okay. Wrong one. Can I just show you? I would get like $33 in product for nothing. And I would make sure that my receipts were perfect. And then I would get $15 in product for $2.20. And I would just keep going and keep going. And these were my videos. I would keep a ledger of everything that I spent and everything that I saved. And I still have a crap ton of stuff upstairs. More paper towels and toilet paper than you know what to do with. And honestly, I do. I felt like my toilet paper and my paper towels were going down in inventory. And for the last 2 months, I have been stocking back up on them. And I only coupon at CVS, and I go into the store and I roll my extra care bucks to the point where, like, I'll get a roll of paper towels, an 8-pack for like $1.50.
So I tried to coupon when the kids were little. I tried a couple of different times and I tried some different stores. And it was like every time I just got defeated because every time I would try, they were out of stock on the product that I was trying to coupon for, and I just gave up.
They've tightened themselves up recently. And honestly, I got more makeup, more shampoos than I know what to do with. It's amazing. Jessica, this is what Jess writes.
Oh.
And Jess, we definitely are an amazing group of friends. The hop link today is Maris Way of Life. I don't think I can link. I don't think I can link. Maris was getting her video up late.
Yeah.
I didn't
Let me
look.
add it to Kim. I'll add it to the playlist as soon as we're done. I have to go catch up on the playlist. I usually am the one adding them.
I ended up about 4 o'clock, I think. Somewhere around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Maris, I see it. It's up. No, I don't see today's. I see. Is it up today? Yeah, she's up. Yeah, 4 hours ago. Okay.
Cotton Candy, did you see the link? I'm sorry, I don't know your first name yet.
I like that though. Cotton Candy.
Oh, it's Kathy. Cotton Kathy. I'm telling you, I need a new prescription.
No, but usually when you say like cotton candy is a fun experience, so it's like that's where your mind went.
Right, because some of the letters are the same. So my brain just went to
Or you're hungry.
candy. Well, there's that.
Always for cotton
Oh.
candy.
Oh, yum.
So last week I actually was able to book TJ's and Kaylee's honeymoon. I did that because we had the Disney honeymoon account. So last week they're going to be staying at the Caribbean beach. They've got the food package and the airfare. So TJ has American Airlines credit card, so their airfare was free. So I had to log in to do all that. Well, my best friend Reno was working with me remotely. She's in Florida. I'm here, and I'm like, she's dotting my I's and crossing my T's. And I'm like, I can't get into American Airlines. I'm like, I can't get in through Firefox. I can't get in through Google. It's always giving me a hard time. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, I thought the 8 was a B until I got up on the thing. I'm like, no, it's not 8, it's a B, or it was a B, and I thought they look so much alike. So Andra, Cotton Candy or Cotton Kathy, I'm sure she's okay with it.
Yeah, it happens. Did you see you got your first super from Budget with A&A? I'm pretty sure that's
No.
Priscilla.
Priscilla is
Tell me-
A&A. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Priscilla actually, Priscilla gifted me. See, this is sometimes where my mind goes because I'm getting old. She gifted me a set of die-cast cars, and they were all the characters.
Aww.
That was over a year ago, I think, right, Priscilla? Refresh my memory. It was about a year or so ago. They're upstairs in the Disney room on a shelf. I'm going to do the Disney room tour.
When she says Disney room, y'all, she means Disney room. It's amazing.
And it's not, it could be so much more. It could be. All right, who gets Italian water from Home Goods? This girl. This girl.
Donna, I just realized, you were talking a little while ago about not getting rid of things. You see that fish on the wall behind me?
I do.
I caught that thing about 35 years ago, and I told him I wanted to redo this room out here. He said, that's fine, but you can't get rid of my fish.
My husband would love that fish. And you actually submitted a picture of your fish, and then they airbrushed it, right?
No, he actually had it. His brother took it to a taxidermist, and they fixed it. He actually caught that fish. It's a big mouth bass. He caught it in Florida. He told me I could do anything out here, but don't get rid of his fish.
I feel the same way. I have on the hallway, right, Andrew? We have up the stairs. We have a bobcat. We have squirrels. We have a pheasant. We have a turkey. We have the bear. I'm like, I have a whole I have a whole mounted wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And they're all staring at you as you go up the stairs.
Listen, if you listen, we talked about this. Did we talk about we were gonna okay, contingency plans, right? Doesn't always have to do with budget and savings. I'm getting hot. Contingency plans don't always have to do with budgets and savings. Didn't we talk about, Andra, what is the bag called? Isn't there a bag?
Oh, we have to have our bug out bag.
Bug out bag. We
Absolutely.
need, like, who would like, okay, I would like to bring this to the table because I am a contingency girl. And I was always, even as a young kid, I always played scenarios and role played in my head on if something was going to happen. I don't know if it was because I was a city girl and you always have to, like, you're walking down the block and what if somebody grabbed you, or maybe that was just, what we did. But definitely after 9/11 for us and being New York City, we needed a game plan. Like, I don't know, being so close to the city, to get off the island or out of the city, you had to get over a bridge. What if the bridges are closed? How do you get north? Like, all these things go through my head. So after 9/11, John and I knew that once he retired and I was already retired, we were getting out of that city. Hence why we are here. I live on my property. I didn't want to be in a community. I wanted to be able to shoot our guns and live off the land if I have to, right? So live off the land, what does that mean? A lot of our area has natural springs, not city water, and we have our own well water. And then, turkey, squirrels, deer. We could go fishing in the Delaware or ponds. So, we can live off the land. Mm-hmm. So talking to Andra, we were talking about bug out bags. What do we need to have in play? I have my men, and this is my thought concept. I want encyclopedias. I want a couple of medical, so Kaylee is medical. So I have a medical person. Why do I think this way? I just do. It's my nature. But would you guys like to bring this to a live one night and really just talk about bug out bags, contingency, preparedness? That's canning, that's a food supply, things like that. And it doesn't have to be if something bad was to happen, but it could be from, a hurricane. It could be a power outage. It could be, the grid shutting down, something like that. I just give me a yes. Let's comment. Is that something that you would like to discuss more and more?
Yes.
I'm looking.
Lots of yeses.
Last week I brought the transistor radio into my videos. Why? Because that's also a backup. Does that mean there's going to be a broadcast? No. Do you need like a two-way radio, a CB radio that are not transistored? I would love to hear more and more about this.
Okay. Chatty Cathy did canning, fed the family with home canned food a couple years ago after they lost power for 4 days. Yep. Jessica Cutler, you do a hurricane container every August. Yep.
Maybe what we do is this. I'm sorry, I drank too much water. Maybe we need to put pen to paper on that, and maybe I make us up and this is something I bring just to the chat. I'll do some prepping on my own. Like, how do you prep and have a planner, a prep planner? And I make all the files for us, and that would be a gift to you all. And we keep a binder and, check our batteries, check our, I have the wind up radio. Let's go over things that we could do. And then if we have if we compile a list, maybe somebody in the chat would want to type that list out for us so that it's a PDF, and then we put it into our notebook or a binder, and we have a prep binder. Would you like to do all that?
I love it.
Good.
Okay.
I have a separate pantry for my kitchen that I keep a stock up on stuff just for the cause of that reason. You never know.
No, and it's like pastas and rice, and and let maybe if we bought our groceries, but remind each other that you've got to rotate. Use what's in the front, put the new stuff in the back. Let's. Okay. You don't think I'm crazy?
No.
Just
you
a
know
little.
I don't.
I know you don't. Okay, and all right, I'm game. Matt, like, okay, so he's a brother in blue, but he has been my friend since I was 13 years old. We and his son, when his son and I get together, because they're hunters, they come up to me for hunting season, right? And we get to see them all hunting season. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. And his son is actually a brother in blue now too, but he thinks deeper than me. And we Donna, do you have this? Did you get this? And do you know what I want? Do you know? I don't know why it's been in my head. Do you know what I want to stockpile the most right now? Matches. I don't know why matches are in my head. JC, what's your question, babe?
Kim, that's how you met your husband, on the CB radio?
I'm looking. JC had a comment. If anybody sees it come through, let me know. It's funny. As a little girl, in the 70s, right? BJ and the Bear, and Smokey and the Bandit, and it was Breaker Breaker. So as a little girl, CBs were a big thing, and I remember for one of my birthdays, they gave me a CB radio with a big antenna, and I would just talk to the truckers left and right. And you used to have names, and they used to call them your handle. What's your handle? What's your handle? And my sisters gave me the handle, and my handle was called Scooch. Scooch, because I was a scooch. I was a pain in their butts. So that was a nice way of saying. So that was it. Yes, JC, what I see you. Tell me. I'm here.
Donna, your hand is raised.
I'm here.
Yvonne, it's just your bug out bag. Like it's like a military term, but it's like if your facility gets blown up or you get a chemical attack, like we're always ready with the necessary equipment and supplies that we need to relocate to our other facility. So you just use the same terminology in your, in your home. What would you need to get you through, several days if you had to leave your home?
Wait a second. I'm looking at we talked about this once before. We talked about CB radios because wait, who did I just see it?
A couple people. Kim was saying the CB radio.
Yes, I remember the handles. I remember this. We did. We talked about this. Kim, I remember you talking about this too. Okay. I'm not sure where JC went, but JC, you're not forgotten. Unless she's behind in the video.
Maybe.
That might be it. Oh, she's probably raising her hand to do the oath.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's not caught up to live. Okay. She's probably gonna get to this part and say, "Yeah, I wasn't up to." What are they doing? They're calling my name.
Rerun. All right, Nancy. Psycho Taz and Stingray.
Yeah, that's funny. That's fun.
Donna, there's a question.
What's that?
JC, she says, can you do a video on septic well propane maintenance? I was thinking about getting a land lease possibly.
I don't think I'm savvy enough in those. Yeah, I maintenance would be septic. You'd have to get it pumped out. What is it? Every 2 years, I think. By law, it is up here by me. Your well, I think, lasts 20 to 30 years. And propane, you rent the tank, so there's no maintenance there. Whoever you rent the tank from for your house maintains it. So, and the rules and regs are basically within your township. These handles are really cute. What
It's a meal ready to eat, Misha. It's like, yeah.
it's like those bags that last forever.
Yeah. They're not good, but
But they'll taste really good when you
they
have
will.
nothing else.
When you're hungry, you're gonna eat every bit of that thing.
Mm-hmm. And I'd
We
have
take
no
them out in
problem
the
eating,
field.
I'd have no problem with eating grass.
Hey.
But you know what? We are hunters in my family. And we don't hunt for the sport. We hunt for the meat. And we do put the meat in our freezer. Judy, do you guys hunt? I see you fish.
Too. He used to go deer hunting, a lot, and he used to fish a lot. He's not as able to do that as he used to because of his back problems, but he used to, and he loved it.
I mean, we have, venison is a food source, and with the price of, like, TJ has venison, and they put it in the freezer, and by the time next season comes around, they've eaten everything. My daughter-in-law makes unbelievable soup and hamburger. Like, this year, I would like my men, and I hunt too. I would like to have one deer that is just for chop meat, because I'll mix the deer with the beef and then some pork, and the hamburgers are amazing. And I'll grind up all the meat, and I'll make patties, and then I will baggie them and prep them. So all you have to do is grab one at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have no problem with living off the land.
Yeah, we could too if we had to.
Do you guys have natural springs by you guys? Do you know anybody that has a natural spring on their property?
We do.
You have
Yeah,
a natural spring?
Right through my backyard, really. The back of my backyard, we have a creek that runs through there. And so, I mean, we're like we're in the country, but we're only about 5 minutes from everything in town, really. But we, like this evening when I was waiting, I was sitting here watching out my window, the deers in the backyard. That's we have a lot of those, and a lot of I told Guy I can stand in the kitchen, and it's like we have our own little zoo out in the back with the rabbits and the squirrels and the deers and everything.
The girls are off limits in for us. We don't do doe. We only do buck. But honestly, we've had this conversation amongst so many of us in our area. The population of deer seems more than it's been. And the discussion goes like this, that the younger generation are not hunting. And that means there's less hunting permits issued. So that means the population is higher. And that's why we see more and more deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're out now. Like we went out last night, we went out last weekend, and coming home at night, it was, and they're everywhere. Like they're not just, you see one or two. They're like, you go down the road a mile, then you go down the road a mile again, and they're always out. And I feel like the population is there because we don't have as many hunters as we used to.
Right. When my grandson came the summer with us last year, you know, he lives in Florida. He came up here and stayed with us, and every evening when he would leave or go out or something, I would tell him, I'd say, watch for the deer, because I knew he wasn't used to driving at night and keeping an eye out for them. And I was so afraid he was going to hit a deer or get, you know, wreck his car or something. But
Andrea, you could jump in on that one.
What's that, Donna?
You gonna jump in on that one?
Oh, that's my biggest fear when I'm driving. My biggest fear. I've hit an animal before. Obviously, I didn't try to. I've tried to avoid them, but my biggest fear is hitting a deer. So yeah,
And
Donna's got
when you
lots of
coming
them.
up here, when you coming up here,
Oh my
what I tell
gosh.
you? Like,
yeah, a deer running
You know,
to the spot night didn't hurt us, but
I think I did 30 miles an hour all the way to the highway.
yeah. Yeah.
you know, like when you're driving down the road, like you just usually sometimes look at the center line or you look at the white line and you just stay straight, like just stay within, like while you're driving. When you're driving up here, it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and you're constantly you're not looking at the road ahead of you. You're constantly pivoting this way to make sure that your eyes are looking for deer.
Right. It's that way here too. And they've got to where they're not afraid of you anymore either. You know, used to a deer would run if they would see somebody, but they just stand around and look at you now.
Jason
God.
did it. Jason did it. Did they kill it or did it? Because the other day I took Texas to the groomer, and as I went past the high school, and it's not a wooded area. Went past the high school to go towards the groomer, and in front of somebody's driveway was a dead deer, and I'm like, literally. And this is like it's not a country road. It's house after house after house. And I'm like, how come this deer is still laying there? Because it looked like rigor mortis had definitely set in. Oh, the deer ran. Oh, he said it ran off. Let me tell you something. They're strong. They are so strong. We went and see, talking about the bug out stuff and the prepping. Last week did you guys get to see I don't know who's here, but at the end of, I think it was at the end of today's video, I put the pig roast. Did you guys see the picture of the pig roast? Because I didn't want anyone to get like, oh my gosh, you know, because there was, they did a pig on a spigot. Was it, what did they do? Was it called
skewer?
Skewer. They did too. And I actually had pictures of it, but you're probably shaking your head. Andrew's like, probably no, right, Andra?
No, ma'am. I don't eat pork.
Okay. The pig. Okay, so either you're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. Yeah. But last week we were literally, this gathering is on the Delaware River. To get to it, it's dirt roads, no houses. You're parking your car in ditches and you're walking to an open field. They put up tents, they bring in generators, they cook all day. And let me tell you something, you surround yourself with people that have the same end goal as you. So like if something was to happen up here, I know like somebody's got this, somebody's got that. We can go to that person. It's amazing how we will survive. And just by being part of that pig roast, it's an amazing community. And last night we actually went to a fish fry. a young couple puts out this fish fry. They go fishing all season long to catch all the fish for this fish fry. And everyone invited brings dishes, and it is a feast like you've never seen. And it's so down home country. I embrace every aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm coming to the fish fry.
All right, next year you come up.
Absolutely.
Same weekend every year. We go from our chicken barbecue at the fire hall to having a week off to having the clam pig roast on the Delaware River to the fish fry. So this, like, that's our summer. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, I find the Catholic Church during Lent, so I can get the Friday fish dinners.
John loves the fish on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
We went when the kids were young, and we used to go to Florida every year because Guy has had two sisters, well, three at that time, living in Florida, and a brother. Even though they were from here, they all moved down there. And every year when we'd go down, they would go fishing, and we'd have a big fish fry and all when we were down there every summer.
Love
But that
that.
My favorite though is the crab boil. And then
I used to
put it
do
on the
that.
picnic table and lay out the newspaper and yum.
Yeah, I used to do that. When I lived on Long Island, when we can't get crabs up here. Like, I should come down to you, get bushels, and bring them back up north.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's an August thing. The blue claw crabs. JC, you're Canadian? Or no, I'm assuming, but Canadian geese can be down here.
Yeah, Ontario. JC said that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Ontario, Canada. So that's just on the other side of Detroit. So we were there all the time. Yeah, that's a big fear too. The Canadian geese.
they're here too.
Right.
Yeah, they're all over here.
Good night. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we're at 9 o'clock. It's ready. It's over. I got work to do. And if you guys didn't know this, I'm going to be hanging with the Traveling and Savings Chief for a couple of days. So I suggest you make sure that notification bell is hit, because you just never know when she and I are going to just jump on and go live from where we're going. Yep.
I'm excited.
Judy, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. And you were a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us, Judy.
I've loved
All right.
it.
Everyone in the audience, thank you so much. We have a couple of things that we're going to put on our agenda. I think we need, I think you guys need to probably print out that $1 a day keeps debt away, just to keep up with our own live calendar. I think that would be smart if you guys printed that out, and that becomes our planner for just the lives, because we've got so many things that we want to talk about. Thank you, every single person that showed up tonight. I want to say thank you to my guests. Jason, thanks for dealing with everything. I know it's been easy for the last 2 weeks, right? He actually said that to me in one of the messages. It's not work. It's just nice knowing that I have people that are keeping us all safe, because I don't get to see all the chat. But yeah. Thank you, everyone. Love yous. Ladies, don't go anywhere. I'll talk to you for just a few more minutes when we say goodnight to all of these people. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Have a great week.